1 Arena Cross, 3 Supercross. This is Adrenaline Beach by J.K. Bullen 5. Alright everybody, we're going to start out here on the Arena Cross track. This track apparently is based off of an arena in Estonia. Pretty cool. You normally see Arena Cross tracks from US or Canada, things like that. And this one seems fairly unique, so that's pretty cool, man. I enjoy variety. Apparently this is JK's first Supercross template, and I think he did a very good job, you know, if he made this completely from scratch on his own. So yeah, this Arena Cross track is very unique. I think it's kind of a pro-am. You can send big stuff like that, but the jumps are very tabletop based, so I think it's very beginner friendly if you're riding this IRL. In the game, if you wad yourself up, it doesn't matter, you just hit reset. In real life, you could die. So it's cool to have a track like this. JK reached out to me a few days ago. I didn't realize, but the track actually came out a week or two ago, maybe longer than that, and I had already downloaded it. I hadn't really played it, so when he hit me up in the comments on one of my other videos, I said, let me give this dude a shot, let me see what he's got rolling with. So yeah, I'm excited. This is a phenomenal Arena Cross track. It's definitely different, it's wide, and but yeah, I think for a first one, this is pretty darn good. He had released one motocross track about 6 months ago, and but yeah, that's the Arena Cross track. Let's get ready to head over to Supercross. Alright folks, if you have played MX bikes for any length of time, you know the layout of this track. This is JK's own recreation of Bamland. The Supercross track there. This is one of the most classic, I think, in this game, and I think he did it pretty good justice here. His scaling seems fairly big, but with the tracks being wide and open like this, it really does help. You can almost, I don't want to say they're easy, but you can kind of turn your brain off in a way and just roll and have a good time. I spent quite a long time running this layout, a couple other layouts, and you know, just to get some laps and some reps. There's some big lines, there's some technical lines if you want. On a 450, I'm not so sure on 250. I typically don't play this game, as you know, on a 250, but I did just play the K-Bell Racing Series round 3 on a 250, just because that scaling was a bit too small in my personal opinion. But no, let's talk about this one. So you can come out the corner 3 on, off, little small single into the corner. Around the corner, big Supercross triple, little small double. You can probably quad into the corner if you send it long enough, but the whoops on this particular track, on this layout, they're pretty easy, fairly small, not that difficult. You can kind of just lean back and roll with it. You don't even have to lean back, honestly, sometimes. But this track does have 2 sets of whoops. And I think that's a good thing. Now, I say it's a good thing. Apparently, sometimes I lose all skill, just like that. So, you can triple out on, off, triple. Things like this are what I love about Supercross. There's so much option. Dragon's back across the finish. Alright, the third track on the compound is the Sand Supercross. This track, I just want to be honest, if you've ever seen any of my videos, I struggle with sand. And, you know, I think I handled this one alright. It wasn't terrible. But yeah, this one is completely made out of sand, which is fine. It's cool. It's different. It gives you some variety. And I did notice that while I was recording this, that the track map is in the shape of a 3, and I don't know if he did that because I'm recording this right after Daytona, and ET3, Eli Tomac, is completely unstoppable at Daytona. The dude is off the chain. Broken tooth or not, yeah, can't help all that. But yeah, the track itself, it's a fun track as far as sand goes. Triple over finish line triple. A little different than what you're normally used to. Triple on to table, which I completely botched up, which is, about par for the course, let's be real. Got some wheel spin out of the corner. I think that's what caused that. So triple over, cased it a little bit again. Traction issue, skill issue on my part. Nothing wrong with the track itself. Double on off. Again, not the fastest way, but it is my way. Whoops. Again, about the same as the other track. Not super hard. You can kind of get through them fairly easily. Love the tabletops. Did a good job with the sizing and spacing of those. Triple and back across that finish line. Let's go to the final track, boys. Alright, everybody, the last track of the compound, and I believe it's the best one. This one is an original design by JK himself, I believe. I believe the sand section one, or sand track was as well, but this is regular Supercross, and this is a fun track, man. I just want to say that this is a prime example that you do not have to pay for good tracks on this game. These whoop sections, the longest whoops I think I've played in a long time. 15 whoops, 16 counting the starter whoop. The only problem with the whoops on this track, I'll say, is that they're fairly easy, which is good. But then you'll go to some other tracks like the paid, like aerial tracks and stuff like that, and you'll think you're whoop god, and then you'll hit them tracks and you wad yourself up third whoop in. But that's just, you got to be able to adapt. But yeah, again, prime example. You don't have to pay for good tracks. I've put in probably $350 on this game, and I would say a large portion, maybe there's a good portion that are not even nearly as good as this that I paid for. This could easily go for $250, $3 on the shop, and he gave it to everybody for free. That's awesome. I'm sure this didn't take 10 minutes on a Saturday evening. Like, this took some time, and he decided to give it to us for free. So everybody, if you haven't downloaded this track, go get it off the shop. I'll link it down below. It's really good for beginners, intermediates, pro level guys. Probably get bored just because they're cracked out of their mind anyway. But yeah, JK, thank you again for an amazing release. If you have any more tracks being cooked up, let me know. I'll be glad to put them on my channel. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this longer video, and God bless, as always.